Ladies and gentlemen, it's finally happening.
Welcome.
God of War!
We're playing God of War. Dustin has never seen it before.
That's true.
So we had to rectify that.
So
we want to share it with you.
Correction.
This is my favorite thing ever.
Slight correction. I saw a little bit of it when you first got it. Because I think we played the first, I literally might have played 2 hours of it. But I have no idea what to expect story-wise. And
I think I want to play it on super easy, just so...
Yeah, just blow through it.
Yeah, because I genuinely, I would like to get...
Well, and from what I understand, it's a really long game anyway, so...
It is a pretty long game.
Yeah.
So I'd be absolutely
But it's
thrilled.
well worth it.
No, absolutely. Because it's a long game, I'd be thrilled to play it on an easy mode so we can kind of breeze through it as much as possible.
Yeah. If it's too easy, it's it hurts.
Yeah.
We can always change. I'm sure we can change it later.
Well,
thank you guys for joining us on...
Welcome back to Crosshairs Turn Red.
Yeah.
Where we're playing God of War, as we've already mentioned. But like I said, if it's one of those things that we're doing it on easy, I'd like to be able to breeze through it just so that we can play the game for as much as we need to, get as much content as we can, and get it out to the people as soon as we can. So, all good things. Dude,
I'm so excited to get really into... Because they did their research. They took a lot from lore with this game, and I'm so happy with it.
From what
I could probably tell you a lot about Norse mythology.
Yeah, I was just going to say, from what I've read, they switched it up from Greek to Norse.
Yes, they went from Greek mythology to Norse as like you said, a hard reset.
Yeah.
But it makes sense.
Yes.
By the end of the game, everything makes sense, and it's fantastic.
See, I love the people that put the effort in like that. It's like... I hate to keep coming back to this, but it's really one of the only games that I can reference that makes sense in the same way. I love the fact that with Neo, they did all of the necessary research on the yokai and the Oni. And the Kodama, and all of those small things that are actually the guardian spirits. All of those small things that are actually well placed in Japanese lore. And it's like they used them correctly in game, which I really appreciate.
That's what gets me, is that if you're doing stuff that's very historical, or if it involves mythology and religious mythology type stuff, do your fucking research.
Yeah.
It's gonna take you very little time compared to how much time it's gonna take your players to play through and then
pick it apart.
Do their research, pick it apart, everything like that.
Yeah.
And if you do it correctly, like God of War did, you're going to have an amazing backing.
Well, and all of those, like you just said, with all of the people out there that are going to do their own research anyway, there's somebody out there, and this is going to sound like an insult, it's absolutely not, but everybody's an expert these days.
Yeah.
Somebody on the internet knows way more about this than somebody that's alive right now should have any right to know.
Right.
And so when you put out a game that's half polished or half finished and, half accurate, somebody's going to know.
People are going to notice, and you're going to get dinged for it.
Yeah, exactly. So
and there is very little about, there's maybe, one or two things about God of War after playing it through that I nitpicked.
Yeah.
Everything, and the things that I nitpicked, I understand the reason why they did it, because it makes sense to the story, and I'm okay with it.
Well, and, that's one of the things, too, is, you were talking about how little you could nitpick and how much they got right and did well. This game won Game of the Year over Red Dead Redemption 2, which let me just go ahead and say, as much as I dislike Red Dead Redemption 2 just because I don't identify with the subject matter, I'm not for a second saying that it's a bad game. It's fucking amazing.
It's not your style.
Yeah, it's just not something that I personally am into.
Which is why I don't give you shit about it when you're like, I don't like it. It's I don't like it, not, I hate this a stupid game or anything.
Yeah, I hate Red Dead too, but that's mostly because I'm not into Western style stuff.
Exactly. The cowboy thing is the most boring thing in the world to me. It's not that I wouldn't enjoy the story, because I'm sure it's compelling as shit. I just don't... there's not enough there for me to be willing to pick it up and find out. Because there's other stories to read, there's other stories to be told through other video game media. And, a lot that I'm a lot more interested in, that I don't feel like I would be wasting my time to try and get into, because it's stuff I'm already into, Not at all knocking the game, but having said all of that, God of War won Game of the Year over Red Dead Redemption 2, which has gotten nothing but praise since the moment it came out.
They both are really, really damn good games, and I wouldn't have been mad if Red Dead got it over God of War. But I'm so glad that God of War got it.
Same. I legitimately
thought
that
Spider-Man also came out that same year too.
It did. And it was between those three for sure, and I genuinely thought that Red Dead was going to take it.
Because it got everything else.
Yeah, and I thought Spider-Man, the only reason it didn't get it is because it was PS4 exclusive. But then again, God of War is too.
Yeah.
That's another reason why I thought Red Dead had it. But this game and the story and just everything in it is so compelling that I don't give a fuck if it's an exclusive. It's that good.
As far as I knew, Red Dead came out. Was it fairly late in the year, or was it just after God of War?
They all came out fairly late in the year.
To be honest, I don't remember. I do not remember.
I thought God of War came out fairly early and well, not fairly early, but earlier than Red Dead. And then Red Dead came out.
I do believe it definitely came out before Red Dead.
Okay.
I don't know how long.
Yeah, because I think it was like God of War, Red Dead, and then Spider-Man. They all came out pretty late in the year, though.
Yeah.
Compared to other games.
That's one of the things that impressed me was that when
that also helps with the rating. So if you come out with a damn good game right before Game of the Year starts announcing shit,
it's fresh in people's minds.
Yeah, you basically have it in the fucking bag.
Well, that was one of the things that impressed me about God of War winning, because I remember hearing about it and I don't care. Like, Red Dead's gonna win, and that's great and all. Probably a fantastic game, but I don't care. And then you told me God of War won, and I was like, I'm amazed that people remembered it that much. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was early enough in the year that it was like, for sure they overlooked it, and then they just didn't. I'm very happy about that. So having said that, I'm very excited to see everything this game has to offer, all of the story, all the visuals, just literally everything.
My biggest grief about the first 3 games of God of War was the mechanics. So the way...
It's a hack and slash game. What the fuck do you want?
But it wasn't my thing because I like having control over the camera, so I know where I can see things and what I'm aiming at. With the other 3, you couldn't do that, and with this one, you do.
Yeah, what they did very well, because it was...
and I like that change.
Yeah. Well, it was it's very telling of the time. Like, that was what PS2... Not to say that PS2 wasn't capable of more, because it definitely was, but that was what PS2 was capable of for their purposes, and they made the most of it. The giant... bosses that you literally have to scale before you can kill from the inside. That was so cool. They actually even did QuickTime button presses right, which is utterly insane.
Yeah, that's I hate QuickTime events. But yes, they didn't. It was not overbearing really at any point. I'm sure certain games were a little bit more than others, but it just made you want to keep going because the story was so fun and so good. This one, however, it takes it to a whole different level because it's not just anger for the sake of anger anymore. He's calmed down a bit in his old age, I guess, to a point.
Matured.
More controlled.
Well, that's the thing is that, and I've noticed this a lot, was that for a very long time, even PS2 era type stuff, they were still trying to figure out how to make not just a good game, because good games almost still had a formula even though they were experimenting with stuff. But they were trying to figure out how to make a lasting character, because you got to think the main console war, the first console war versus Nintendo versus Sega. Yeah, like Nintendo versus Sega. It was basically Mario versus Sonic.
Yes,
there were these 2 iconic characters that were competing for market supremacy, and they were still of that mindset when they were creating, Banjo-Kazooie and Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, and all of these things. So they were still trying to come up with a character, or I guess character traits that would make a lasting impression and a indelible stamp. And that's really what they did with Kratos, was kind of make him one-dimensional, like a one-dimensional badass, just because they thought that's what people wanted to play. They were right, but nowadays gaming has matured, especially story-wise. Gaming has matured to a level where storytelling is more important than ever.
Yes.
And in order to have a good story, you've got to have a range of emotions. So,
yeah, you can't just. You can have as fun gameplay as you want. If it's held together with duct tape, people are gonna You're gonna be like, "Oh, it's a cool indie game," but why would I go back and play it again? Why would I give it a second thought? Whereas this one's
you have
for a fucking hack and slash game to be thought provoking.
Yeah,
it's like what?
It sounds awesome. I genuinely can't wait to see it.
The puzzles also aren't, like, puzzles in a lot of games usually are just way too complicated, where it's just like, I don't want to finish this at this point, and this game doesn't do that to you.
Okay, awesome. I genuinely can't wait to see
It makes you
this.
a little bit more intrigued to figure out the fucking puzzle.
Anyway,
that was always my issue, like Resident Evil.
Yeah.
I can't stand certain Resident Evil games because of the puzzles.
So, yeah, Capcom especially, they've done a lot of things in the past where they've done great games and then sections of it are just puzzle hell. But, that's not to say that they're not good. The puzzles can be really gratifying, but there are times when they're just not. So, but anyway, welcome to us actually dissecting every video game ever.
Yeah, right.
We're going through some...
This is what happens when you give me a slow opening. We gotta talk over it. But
I'm actually really thrilled with the conversation.
The opening
anyway,
was actually supposed to be very like
emotional.
Emotional.
It's working. I felt every single bit of that with him burning his mother and everything.
And then you're also supposed to be paying attention to like how they interact with each other, kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, if you guys want to walk through where there's no talking, I'm sure those exist. But
maybe just play the game by yourself.
Absolutely,
definitely play the game by yourself.
It's worth the money. You'll get so many replays out of it.
Especially at this point, I believe it's on PlayStation's like greatest hits, so it's $20 maximum.
Really?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but they're too round. Could be a wild boar.
Good.
Yeah, it's just they did so well with it. Like, I applaud them for the character development, the story, the research, like literally everything.
Wow. Nice jump, boy.
Wait, teardrops.
Kids got hops.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming when your dad is the god of war, you can just kind of do things that most kids can't.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they explain that in the end.
I'm sure.
Oh, they explain a lot towards the end.
They explain everything at all.
We'll go into that when we get to the end.
I know a lot of people said that one of the most impressive points about this is the child character wasn't annoying. And I know that's a weird thing to say.
Compared to other games, yeah.
Yes.
I believe that wholeheartedly as like a selling point.
Everyone was so upset that he was going to have a son, and then they were like, actually, I love this character.
I actually gotta relate that to something real quick, because there's something that I'm the first to admit that I was wrong about things. But there's something in particular that I have to point out, and I've pointed out to you before, Jake. But I remember seeing the trailer and like hearing all the hype about the first Avengers game, or the Avengers movie, excuse me, and was like, yeah, I just genuinely don't care, because I cannot believe and do not believe that they're going to give 9 fucking characters the right amount of screen time and use them all correctly. And it was all terrible. And then I watched the movie and I was like, no, I was wrong about that 100%. That was great. Like, in every way, stellar. And it's the same thing here. Like, you were talking about, so many video game side characters are just annoying.
Like Resident Evil 4 with the president's daughter she's probably one of the most iconic, not side characters, but companions in a game.
Yeah.
And it's what made her so good at the time is you could tell her what to do.
Yeah.
So her whole purpose, or the best purpose of hers, is bitch, don't move.
Right.
Don't move until I tell you to.
Yeah, let me clear this room. But yeah, like, I absolutely get that, like, that's a major selling point, because, like I said about, this to the same point about, the Avengers movie that I just made.
This sword, I just love this fucking sword so
It's an
much.
axe.
Yeah, axe. I'm an idiot.
But yeah, like, to the point that I made about the Avengers movie is, like, this is to the same degree, is, like, I was expecting everything to be, and with most child characters, I think, or side characters in video games, I think this is what they were expecting, was I was expecting it to be one of those things where it's just like, well, that's a waste of character, that's a waste of opportunity, that's a waste of processing power, basically. And then it winds up being useful and well developed. That's a pleasant surprise.
Right.
So, I'm very excited to see. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see how it works. And just, like I said, all of the story, all of the character development, everything that I've heard everybody raving about, I'm very excited to see for myself.
Keep moving.
And I do love the fact that Kratos still doesn't give a shit.
No.
Hey, Dad, this
has never changed and probably will never change.
Hey, Dad, this might be important. I don't care at all. Keep moving.
I can see more tracks.
Dad, you're going the wrong way.
Oh, go fuck, there's secrets. Secret tunnel.
Hey, Dad, I found more tracks. Or I could follow you. That's cool. You're just going to leave me in the woods if I don't, so.
Exactly.
Picking up.
You do what I say, boy.
Listen to me, child. Oh, you just
Backpack,
fucking
whee!
appeared on my spine.
Oh, I didn't even see him, yeah.
Yeah, he just spider monkeys on you.
He wasn't even following you, and he's just like... Like just wraps around you all of a sudden. Puppy!
Child is fast.
Puppy. Down. Good boy. He's sleeping.
Ooh, free stuff.
The wolves. They weren't mean.
Is it really free if you had to kill wolves to get to it? It came at a cost. My left arm.
What?
It's just a
Neat.
No longer use it. We can.
fucking...
That's how Kratos thinks about the dead.
Yeah, he doesn't care. They're a waste of space. He's been to hell more times than he can count.
This is why we bury them. Fertilizer.
For our fields to grow stronger.
I like how he's not even bothering to use his legs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's such a bit, like, don't get me wrong, like, I can climb a rope or a chain without using my legs. There's no reason that I would.
Right.
Like,
He just does it naturally.
I can't, but I can only imagine that,
It takes a lot of
how much legs would help.
yeah, you get to the top and it's just like, man, I don't feel like doing anything else today. And like,
I know there's a sprint.
there's a crouch low for some reason.
It's like a evade.
Yeah. It's like a...
Because you'll need that later.
We were just
Oh,
playing.
yeah.
We were just playing Mega Man. It's like Dash, but it doesn't work.
You're right.
It's like Dash, but he's too slow to care.
Muscles too huge.
Jorgen von Strangle. Well, right now he's doing the von Strangly part.
Should we be in here?
Well,
By the way, Fairly Odd Parents is still great and underrated.
Where are
I don't
they?
care.
Where do we find them all? Oh, there's one. No, we need...
do we have to do these in order? I forget.
Yes.
No, we don't.
No, okay.
It's the
Up there. The
give
recall.
it to me.
I
The
genuinely,
Thor recall.
I genuinely just love the I don't need this anymore. Yeet!
Yeah.
And like
Yeeteth.
full on two-handed
Oh.
overhead
I got
throw.
an Idun apple.
It's apparently a legendary apple.
Yes.
Well, not most. Most apples don't glow with runes on them, so you know.
You know, the last legendary apple that I heard about doomed all of humanity, so you might want to be careful with that.
Oh my god.
I might eat it.
Well, in Norse mythology...
No, you give it to a woman to eat.
In Norse myth...
Yeah, but the woman is dead. So.
In Norse mythology, Idun does keep the tree that has all the golden apples that keep the gods immortal.
No excuses.
That's why, like, the Idun apples help with health.
What? By the way, can I just real quickly just say, like, what is
No,
everyone's...
shut up.
Okay.
What?
Go ahead.
Like, what is everyone's... And I get that now it's probably, like, religious references, but what is everyone's obsession with apples in particular? Like, think about it. The Apple of Eden from Assassin's Creed, and Idun apple in Norse mythology.
Most common North American and European fruit that's both cheap and has a lot of refuge and nutrients.
I'm just curious, did they not know about cantaloupe? Like, there's...
It's probably much more.
Well,
Cantaloupe is much harder to grow.
No,
so-
absolutely.
What is
but
it,
I'm
in,
just saying, like...
supernatural?
I'm just saying, like, Cantaloupe of Eden doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
That sounds pretty majestic.
In Supernatural, Crowley, the king of hell, references that the forbidden fruit is not an apple. Like, there's
Some people speculate in that area that it was actually a type of pomegranate.
basically like I don't know exactly what the fruit is, but it wasn't an apple.
It's okay. Just so you guys know, I just, like, throwing it out there. All of it, regardless of what it was, happened exclusively in Bronze Age Palestine. You know,
Yeah.
the most backwards, barbaric part of the world at the time. That's where we're gonna make our revelation. I love it. I really do.
I just smacked Gabby in the face by accident.
Good.
Just
wake the fuck.
That's what she gets for moving to Connecticut.
Yeah, how dare she, and how dare you bring up her personal life.
Yeah. By the way, if you guys want to know Gabby's address in Connecticut, it's...
No.
Just censor that next part and make it
All
sound
of
like I said something. I mean, you're not gonna... It's not like it's gonna be hard to find her. Connecticut's literally a block and a half wide, so...
Yeah, it's not very big.
I genuinely just want to hear that back on replay. Hey, if you guys want to hear Gabby's address in Connecticut, it's...
Yeah.
Like... Yeah, but definitely just censor that out, because it'd be funny as shit.
Where you going? I think he's this way.
Mind your fucking business. How about that?
Where are you going? Piss off, boy!
Yeah.
Do as
You
I
have no
say, not
say,
as I
boy.
do.
Where are you going?
Father.
Robin Graves.
Great,
Somebody
Robert.
stop me.
That movie was way, way better than it had any right to be.
Which one?
Repo, the Genetic Opera. Also masked.
He hates
just
it.
saying.
He hates it.
It's
You hate Repo?
Yes.
Because it's a musical. Yeah, it can absolutely eat a dick.
No, I mean, musicals do not have the same rights as movies, I'll give you that. But it was pretty good for what it was.
I love Repo.
Repo Men is a great movie.
We're going in a totally different direction now. But Jake, that's not a musical.
Look here.
Correct.
I love this.
Oh, look. It's Skull and Atu.
Don't care.
Look, it's Scolanati. Axe right by your face. I just want to see him like jump back for this thing one of these times where he's like, "Oh look, it's Scolanati." What the fuck, Dad? Just get utterly terrified by something obvious.
Those giant cupboards make me so happy.
Although I do suppose he's probably used to it by now.
Yeah, he's probably used to, like, if he talks back, an axe just flies near his face.
Yeah.
Just like, another day.
Yeah. Oh, it must be Wednesday.
Oh,
Dad's
that's
mad
bad.
again.
Dad used his Thursday axe.
Hey, is your dad home? Sees Axe fly by. Yeah.
That's always been the check. He's like, he's got friends that just come around every now and then. And it's like, hey, is Dad home? Looks towards the door. The axe is missing. No, he's gone.
The funny part is, you think that Kratos would allow his son to have friends.
No, I know better. I'm just saying for the sake of humor. I had a pet squirrel once. Dad ate it. Didn't cook it or anything. Just came home and bit into its belly one day. I don't know why.
I think he was just bored.
Walked over, there were claw marks on his axe. I didn't have a squirrel anymore. Thought I found a chipmunk once. It was dinner.
Father, look.
I'm just visualizing Atreus trying to fucking pick up a pet. Next
Here,
scene.
have your bow back.
Poor decision.
The very next scene is like the night he goes to sleep. Kratos is just rotisserie.
Exhale and release.
I got it.
Good.
Double tap.
Yeah, right?
Atreus is like running under branches. Kratos is like, fuck that shit.
Yeah. This deer is majestic as
I
fuck,
really
or whatever
like
it is.
the antlers on the deer.
Majestic.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Cut its throat. No mercy.
Jesus Christ. Here you go, Dad. Nah. This is you, bud.
Look at him being a kid.
Was he like 10?
About.
Yeah, I don't
think
know
he's
if they
like
ever
9 or 10.
actually say his age, but it's quite young.
I can't. I'll make you.
I'll help.
Just remember, you did this.
That is
Atreus is squeamish.
that is not
He's
good
10.
parenting.
He'll get used to
I
it.
mean, in this world, that
It's not bad. I mean, it
he's
could
gotta
definitely
learn to hunt.
No, it
otherwise
could definitely
die.
be worse. I'm not actually knocking it for what they're doing, but like, come on, man. I'm not gonna say he's squeamish, but he's obviously like not sensitive. That's not the word for it.
He
either.
just doesn't want to hurt living creatures.
Yeah.
He's kind.
He's kind.
Well.
Unless he gets defeated by a troll.
Kratos just kicks a troll in the face.
My son!
Ah, kid,
He didn't care about the kid. He just wanted to kick a troll
Are we
in the
gonna fight
face.
that? Yeah!
He's gonna hit you with a pillar.
He can try.
I'm fighting a giant troll. You shoot anytime you like, bud.
Right. I don't know why I'm in charge of this.
I'm just getting an axe stuck in his face.
He did not give a fuck, huh?
You can keep yelling that nonsense. It's fine. It's not helping you, but it's fine.
So convenient to have the axe come back to you.
He's just bouncing it off his chin.
Yeah.
We learned the hard way last time.
Keep distance.
Yeah.
Well, Atreus apparently did
dead.
not learn.
Dad, help! No.
Dad, help, duck.
Yeah, right.
The 5Ds.
Dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge.
Here you go.
You got your first kill, buddy.
And it wasn't the fucking elk. Or deer or whatever.
No, I think Dad's gonna get this one.
Get the horn off here. You're not gonna miss that.
Just snaps his neck. Like the amount of strength a man has to have. He's such a kid and I love it.
Real quick, let me say, why couldn't you do that while it was alive?
I think
Right?
he was shooting arrows.
Boy, look at me. Look at me, boy.
You can't scream "you're nothing" to me while you're angrily stabbing it with a knife. Very clearly it meant something.
Pent up anger much? This kid's gonna kill me.
That's called rage fatigue.
Dude,
I've experienced it many, many times. It's not fun.
clean your face.
Are you serious?
Big
This
disgrace.
kid has seen some shit.
I proved myself. How am I not ready?
We are going home.
You wanna grab that deer that he just yeeted?
I'm just gonna go ahead and say, you can leave the deer. You got plenty of meat.
I can do this.
Troll meat.
I don't know if you can eat that.
Are not
You can cook anything. You can eat anything if you cook it well done.
Right. Well, it goes by
I was gonna
itself.
say, it kind of disappears into the ether.
Oh,
so.
well. Do not speak again. I am ready. Fuck you, kid.
I am your father. Do as I
You
say.
ain't shit.
Why am I
Boy.
not ready? Because I say so.
Boy, Norse kids had so much more respect, aka fear.
I was gonna say.
Right. You just kind of got used to it, and it's like, alright, fuck it. Dad says this.
You just
I'll
realize,
do
oh
that.
shit, I don't have my axe. Hang on. It's just one of those things where it's like, you know what? It's not that I don't want to do other things sometimes, but
Yeah!
that was fucking brutal.
I love it.
It's not that I don't want to do other things sometimes, but I'd also like to live to see tomorrow. So,
So I'm gonna respect Dad today.
yeah, Dad knows what's best.
Still utilizing the Spartan kick.
Why wouldn't you?
Gotta get the mileage out on that one.
That's such an easy joke that I don't even want to make it.
What?
Well, if you ask me, I'm gonna have to make it.
Oh. Well, fuck you too then.
That's just the Sparta kick. That's all it is.
Oh. Yeah.
Everybody knows the joke because we've all seen the movie, and even if we haven't, we've all heard the quotes. So,
Fuck you, buddy.
you realize that I just ripped 3 of your buddies in half with my bare hands? I'll fucking
Did
kill
not
you.
do this today.
I'm gonna fucking
He's
kill
like,
you.
I just lost my wife. I gotta deal with my fucking son now. Can we not
I
do
don't
this?
like him.
Gotta deal with this kid all by myself.
Oh, look, a nice. Well, I wouldn't really call it a giant, but then again, Kratos is kind of a giant.
Blah.
Die.
I'm glad they brought that back from the original God of War.
What?
The fucking pull the leg, stomp on the face, and then rip his head off.
Oh yeah, there's several very brutal executions.
Yeah,
Kids, shut the fuck up.
That was done in the original God of War games a lot. Actually, it was one of the. I can't remember what the boss or not boss, but the enemy was where they did that, but it was really cool. It was like just how you killed that enemy.
Well, why would a fire troll burn Mother's garden? And since when are draugrs so close to the house? And what was that frozen thing that attacked them?
You asked too many questions.
Now be silent. We are almost home.
Correction.
You talk too much.
Inside, boy.
Grounded you are.
You have had too much adventure for the day.
Inside, boy. Don't leave. Did you just... Yes, you're grounded. What does that mean exactly? I don't really have privileges.
Correct.
Ash.
Kratos is just like, no TV, no... Oh, you can hunt. It's fine. Like,
actually, grounded means I take your knife and bow away, and you have to go bring back the skull of an ogre.
Wow.
Then you're ungrounded.
You gotta prove you're worthy.
Then you're part of the Kratos clan.
That's when you get your body paint.
Yeah.
It's on there forever. Don't ask.
You gotta kill a couple people. Preferably your family. Wait a minute.
And if
gods.
And if Medusas are an option, do that too.
To get the ash on his body? Do you guys know the story behind that one?
No,
Do you remember?
I was just fucking around. No.
Yeah. The reason Kratos is white is.
He's the ghost of Sparta, all that shit. Yeah.
No, it's.
Oh, originally.
Ares tricked him into killing his wife and daughter, and then like burned their ashes. Burned them to ash, and they got like. They became part of him.
You're right. That's how he became the ghost of Sparta.
You lost control.
Or at least that was his fucking
Says you!
nickname in the first and second one.
Anger can be a
Yeah, that's one of his nicknames.
If you control it, use it.
Use it. Do it.
Do it. Fine.
Hang on a second. Did Child just change mind of Kratos?
Come on, then.
Not exactly.
I want you to try.
Touche.
It's just like, I don't wanna.
Ow! What are you...
Try again.
Your hands are the size of my entire torso.
Too slow. Try again.
Cut it out!
Weak. Again. Again.
Stop it!
Again.
Bitch made.
Kid's got asthma. I'll get you an inhaler.
It's just the still beating lungs of an elk. Breathe this. Make strong.
What was that?
Quiet.
He just comes back with a helium balloon.
God.
To make you more annoying.
This is gonna be hilarious.
God.
No use hiding anymore.
What?
I know who you are.
You have my attention.
Do you know him?
Now
Disembodied
you have my
voice.
curiosity.
I know what you are.
You have my attention, disembodied voice.
Now.
But you told me never to go down there. Who is that?
I do not know.
You told me not to do that. Well, I'm telling you now.
Get in.
You told me not to do that, and yet you still question me when I tell you to do things.
Right.
Stop fucking questioning
Tell
me.
what I want to know. No need for this to get bloody.
Bitch, do you know who I am? Hello, strange tattooed man.
I thought you'd be bigger.
You are puny.
I could throw you to the moon.
Long way from home, aren't you?
What do you want?
Sparta? Yes.
Oh, you already know the answer to that.
Nope.
Whatever it is you seek, I do not have it.
I hate his one chest tattoo because it's so off. I feel like the circle needs to be like directly on his nipple.
No, absolutely not. It's cool to have the circle, like the filled in
Yeah,
circle.
I think it looks good.
It is definitely off center. I get why you would be irritated by it.
Yeah.
But
You do not want this fight.
Kratos just looks directly down on him.
I'm pretty sure I do.
That guy's obviously not human.
Well, I gotta give you credit for having the balls to backhand Kratos.
Right.
Home. You are going to have to kill me for that to happen.
More things you
He
shouldn't.
doesn't move.
More things you shouldn't ask for.
I warned you.
Snap his arm right now.
No.
Jesus.
The fact that you still have a head is kind of astounding.
Punched him into a cartwheel.
I'm gonna make you a gymnast.
Are you a contortionist? No. Would you like to be?
Fine. My turn.
He's
We have
not
problems.
human.
Hey boy, arrows please.
Shoot him, McShoot face.
How incredibly disappointing.
Disappointing.
Come on, then.
How many people can you bitch slap through the air and they get up?
I'm guessing this is one of the Norse gods.
Oh boy.
No, he's the stranger. Can't you read?
Fuck off.
Go through trees.
Okay, that was cool. Sparta kick in the face.
Gotta use my god shit to fuck you up.
Is his eye bruising while you're doing this fight? Because that'd be awesome.
Oh, I'm not sure. Oh shit! I pressed the throw button.
You pulled the axe back and got him in the back. You just
Yeah, if you time that axe throw in recall correctly, you can get a double hit on somebody, and it does quite a bit of damage.
Let me just juggle this guy for a minute.
My entire house, you dick.
Ask me a question, fucker.
Hey, right? You haven't asked anything yet. I'll make you dead.
Because I have a wife and she just died. Fuck you.
I don't even know why they gave you an option for counter.
German suplex. Oh my god.
Brock Lesnar wannabe? Fuck out of here.
He's not. You gotta work out more, bud.
Did I?
Grab a tree.
Okay. Struck a bit more than a nerve, did I?
Who are you hiding? Slow and old. You should never have come to Midgard.
Yeah. Okay, hang on.
Wait a minute.
Care to try again?
You talk too much.
How closely have you examined rocks before? Because I'm about to make you real zen. Okay, never mind.
You won't talk? Fine.
He's making you pretty zen.
Whoever it is you got stashed in that house will.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you a lot.
Okay.
I love how they punch so hard.
It goes through a fucking
Yeah,
tree.
you can just put a motherfucker through a tree. And rocks and shit.
Choo
like,
choo, motherfucker.
I invented the battering ram, bitch. It
Right.
was my fist.
It was me.
Jesus.
it just got yeeted across the map.
I love the fact that he's like, hang on, let me do. No. Seriously, hang on a minute.
No.
I'm gonna hit you with a thing, and it's gonna hurt real. Stop hitting me. Oh, you're real fast. That's cute. Here's my axe in your neck.
Oh, can't dodge. Or
Remember,
can't.
you have to dodge those.
No. To answer your question, no, I did not remember. Thanks, Sal.
Just punch him in the face with my shield. Oh, well. I bore you. The guy whose ass I'm kicking.
Yeah, like, I feel like I'm doing pretty good here.
I feel like you're a little bit too crazy. Oh, God!
My God.
favorite opening fights
Jesus Christ, this man is dead.
No, he's not. He's a deity.
Yeah, well, fuck deities. He's
Fuck
dead
your rock.
too.
Just casually punches a rock and drops it on somebody.
He causes a literal earthquake. Like,
This is what happens when you
tectonic
piss the
plate
gods
shift.
off.
Right.
Well,
That's a lot of blood on his outfit.
Probably get
Yeah.
Atreus and get the fuck out of here.
well, I'm going home. Thanks for the workout, bud.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna
Just for
have
the
a good...
sparring session. Alright, motherfucker.
What? What'd you say? I couldn't hear you. You're under a mountain.
I'm amazed that shields, like, didn't break in half.
Well, it's...
When Odin sent me here, I just needed answers.
Odin, you say?
You had to act all proud.
You still haven't asked a single fucking question.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll keep coming. That old body will give out. But before
You started a fight.
I want you to know one thing.
Yeah? What's that?
I can't feel any of this.
I thought it would explain why you were laughing when I monkey tossed you through a boulder.
Right.
Ow, ow.
Fuck, I'm gonna kill you just for making me climb.
With your own eyes, you can't hurt me. Nothing can.
I'm going to rip you in several pieces and see how far I can throw them.
You can't hurt me. Nothing can. Yeah, whatever, Francis. I'm coming up there.
Yeah. Where the fuck is Francis?
That was cool. I don't know if that's how that would have worked, but it was still really cool.
Probably not.
I feel nothing. But you feel everything, yet you keep trying. I'm not my brother. And if you'd given me what I wanted, it wouldn't have ended this way.
So this is Loki.
No.
Could you tell me what you wanted? Or want?
Yeah.
Let's finish this.
Okay.
You asked for it. Again. Keep saying that word can't, and I don't think it means what you think it means. Straight kick in the face. I love it. No, I love it because it's absolutely the least subtle thing you can possibly do. I'm gonna charge across this entire platform we're fighting on, lift my leg as high as I possibly can, which takes a minute because I'm old, and then power drive it into your mouth hole. It's awesome. It's the most obviously telegraphed thing you could possibly do, and it's still like right on the chin.
Oh, I wish that would have, like, just pushed him off the edge.
Just drop him.
Right.
I don't care if you can feel this. I want you to know this is probably gonna suck and make me laugh really hard.
Sorry if I'm not talking. I just...
It gets harder as...
I mean, it's not exactly hard. It's just I get really into this game. It's
Yeah.
so
I get
fucking
so
cool.
invested in this, like,
Yeah,
fight.
this is
I
like
love this fight. It's one of my favorite fights.
I really hope you guys, the viewers, really enjoy this because I want to play this game completely to completion.
to completion.
Gonna conclude?
Oh, no.
Oh, yes!
That's only for my ears to hear.
That's what he says in bed. That's actually Jake. I love you, man. I really do. But like, we gotta have a talk.
I'm gonna pre.
I just, I want to tell you, this talk
I
that we're
can't
gonna,
kill him. I'm just gonna put him into submission.
this talk that we're gonna have is more for your benefit than mine. I promise. And, like,
Stop struggling.
yeah. Stop resisting.
Stop resisting.
Everyone I
It's the implication.
would finally make me feel something, but you can't.
I'm trying to poke out my fucking eye. Fucking psycho.
Yeah. You didn't need to feel it to die, did you? You little punk ass bitch.
Yeah,
Bye.
I don't give a shit if you felt it or not. I felt your bones snapped.
Mm-hmm. Fuck, I'm too old for this shit.
Let me just lay here in my blood. My blood will keep me warm.
Oh my god.
I mean,
nice, warm, comforting snow.
Comforting snow.
Just really, really want to get to like really the like,
meat.
The heart of this fucking game.
Meat and potatoes.
We will. I promise you we will, because I think all of us are invested.
Yeah. No.
God, I love this game so goddamn much.
You love Onimusha. You love your samurai shit. Oh, yeah. God of War is my shit.
No, I'm cool.
And I'm very glad that we both like each other's kinks.
Jake, I'm gonna be honest. This is gonna make me conclude.
I'm already praying.
I'm gonna pray.
Gotta pray. 4 more years of pray.
Oh god, guys, watch Game Grumps, seriously.
Absolutely. Not that they totally make up our comedic sense of humor, but
they're not our joke library by any means. But there are some inside references there that you guys will fucking appreciate. And that was one.
What do we think? Is Atreus dead? I don't know. Find out on the next episode.
Oh, I like that. That was a good cliffhanger there. All right, thank you guys for watching this episode of Crosshairs Turn Red. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below anything you'd like to see us do in the future. And don't forget about our 100 subscriber giveaway, details of which are in the description below. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.